Here is an example of why Attorney General Eric Holder should be tossed out of office and an investigation formed because of his conduct. A girl has been banned from flying due to a mistake an agent made by checking the wrong box. He was aware of the mistake but allowed the ban to persist for years. For 9 years, the U.S. government refused to let a Stanford PhD student named Rahana Ibrahim back in the country after putting her on the no-fly list for no apparent reason. For 8 years, U.S. government lawyers fought Ibrahim's request that she be told why. Last April, despite his promise in 2009 to do so only in the most extreme cases, Attorney General Eric Holder tried to block Ibrahim's case by asserting the state secrets privilege, declaring under penalty of perjury that the information she wanted could reasonably be expected to cause significant harm to national security. Last week, a federal judge publicly revealed the government's explanation for Ibrahim's long ordeal. An FBI agent had checked the wrong box, resulting in her falling under suspicion as a terrorist. Even when the government found and corrected the error years later, they still refused to allow Ibrahim to return to the country or learn on what grounds she had been banned in the first place. Ibrahim's ordeal started on January 2, 2005, when she arrived at San Francisco International Airport to catch a flight to Malaysia for a Stanford-sponsored academic conference. A citizen of Malaysia, she had been living in the United States for 4 years on the student visa. But when a ticket agent saw her name on the no-fly list, he called the police. Despite being wheelchair-bound due to complications from a medical procedure, Ibrahim was handcuffed and taken to a detention cell where she was reportedly humiliated and threatened by San Francisco police officers. She was denied access to medication she had been traveling with, despite suffering excruciating pain due to a recent surgery. Her obvious medical distress apparently won her no sympathy. In an effort to clear her name and return to her life in the United States, Ibrahim launched a lawsuit against the U.S. government challenging her placement on the federal no-fly list. However, at every step of the process, government officials impeded her ability to challenge or even examine the allegations against her by invoking the state secrets privilege. U.S. District Court Judge William Alsup ordered her removal from the no-fly list in January. And last week, he unsealed a redacted 38-page court filing disclosing the mistaken information that led the government to throw an innocent woman's life into turmoil.